What is the funniest thing that I've taught you?
Funniest thing. Probably how you taught me how the rubber bands to do. You taught me how to do like fling with the rubber band.
To shoot things with a rubber band?
Yeah.
I like that too. I like that too. When you and your brother are fighting, what's the funniest thing about fighting with him?
He'll stop if he doesn't care if I like do something to him. All he'll say is no, no, and then he'll just walk away. So I'm like the tougher one. He makes it sound like I'm the tougher one.
How do you know if you won the fight with him?
Because he'll walk away, or he'll just say no, no, and then he'll just be like, and then walk away.
Got it. Got it. I like it. I like it. When you're in school and you don't really want to pay attention to what the teacher is saying, how do you concentrate?
I either draw on my notebook or I just make fun ways to pay attention.
Got it.
Like in golf lessons, I pretend the golf's like if you pass like one of the flags, I pretend they passed college. So it's like a fun game.
I like it. Have you ever been caught doing something that you shouldn't have been doing in school?
No, because all I do is like try to make it fun for me. So the teacher really doesn't mind.
Okay. Okay. What about your friends? Do they ever get in trouble at school? There's a certain person with the same letter a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you help her not get in trouble?
Yeah, because we do a ticket group together where me and Gigi do tickets where we get prizes, but if she is bad, she loses a ticket. So I say, you're not going to be able to get a prize if you don't do it. And then she says, fine, because she likes to talk a lot in class.
What's the most frustrating thing that your brother does?
Talks over me.
He talks over you?
Yeah.
That's frustrating for everybody.
I talk over you a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
What's our system for when we really need to focus on something?
Oh, you do green flag, yellow flag, or red flag. Green flag means it's okay to talk to me whenever you want. Yellow flag means you could talk to me. You have one question until I'm done with this. And then red flag means you can't talk right now.
Only in an emergency.
Yeah.
Not only is it red, yellow, green for me if I have to concentrate or I have to do something for work, but you guys are able to do the same thing. And I remember one time I wanted to talk, and you said, "Oh, red flag."
Yeah, even though I said red flag only because I was just playing on my iPad and I want to see how it feels to tell you.
That's
red
why you
flag,
did that?
Yeah.
I thought you did it because you were focused on your game and you didn't want to lose your turn.
No.
You did it just to mess with me.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So, what's the best advice you have for somebody who wants to do really good in school?
Of main reason, I know I want to play with my friend a lot, even though I don't finish my homework. Finish your homework, and then like even if you want to make a test, don't play with them until you're done studying.
Got it. Got it. What's a really important, like when someone's learning how to ride a bike, what's something that they should keep in mind?
I did for you. I did it by myself. You helped John Paul learn, but I learned by myself at school. But you could, for John Paul, you told him you were right behind him, and like you let go right after you told, and then he thought you were right behind him, and he just didn't know. But imagine, like when I did a backbend, I pretended there was like a pillow behind me, and then I just did it.
Got it. What's the scariest thing for me when I see you playing?
You're scared when my back bends. Like if I were to do a back bend right now, I know how to do back walkovers into a front flip, and you get so scared. You're like, Rosie, that hurts me just by looking at it.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, it does hurt.
No, it doesn't.
It hurts me to watch.
It doesn't hurt my spine at all.
It just looks like it hurts, so it scares me. So Rosie, when you want to get something from me, what terrible tactic do you resort to?
Well, I tell you this all the time. I could get you to do anything I want. I could get you to balk like a chicken.
You can?
Yeah, I can.
Are you sure?
Yes. So I can negotiate like you can.
Yeah?
Negotiate. Yeah, I can.
I like it.
Like I could say like if I wanted to go on my iPad for longer, I could say, could I go on my iPad for 5 minutes? And you're like 1 minute, and then I'm like 20 minutes, and you're like 5 minutes, and I'm like 30, and then you're like 10, and I'm like fine.
Is that what you do?
And all I wanted was 10 minutes, so I didn't really want like the 30 minutes.
Show me the face that you make when you're trying to get your way with me.
Please.
And then when I say no.
Please.
And show me the face that, like, when you bought the wrong bathing suit
Oh yeah,
and you wanted
it
to go
was too
back
tight.
and get a new one.
Yeah, because I bought the wrong bathing suit before. I brought
But show me
a
the
too
face.
tight bathing suit. Can you go get my bathing suit from home?
And I said no.
You said no, and then it was good.
In time, they were fine with it. Okay. Now, I want to know something that's very important. What are the rules when you come into my bed? What are the
Yeah.
rules that your brother has to follow?
If I come to John Paul can't. John Paul can't go in my spot because I always go on your right side to watch a movie. And then when we watch movies, he can't look at me, talk during the movie, and he can't touch me. Like when he's like, "Is that you, Rosie?" Because it's dark, and then he's like, "Is that you, Rosie?" He does that on purpose. Like he touches my face or something. He's like, "Oh, that's Daddy." He just does that on purpose.
What about how he puts his leg between my legs
leg
and goes and touches your leg?
I kick him.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
don't like that.
like I push his butt back.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too good for me when I feel you kicking and then he kicks back, and like I'm like collateral damage. Out of all the advice and things that I teach you, what is your favorite?
I actually like the logo that you have in your work. It says "Work part of what you could be proud of."
Yeah, build a company you can be proud of.
Yeah.
You like that?
But not for me build a company because I'm too little to build a company, but like work on something you could be proud
Yeah.
of.
Right. I like that. When we play hide and seek, who's the greatest hider?
Oh, I'm the best. I'm the best. You push once on the reef. You put me by the reef with like a shelf under, and put my legs in stockings. And John Paul couldn't find me, and I was right in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm the best hider ever.
So we had a big wreath on our fireplace,
Yeah,
right?
and since I could do a backbend, I could fit into like any cabinet.
That's true too. So I put you on the shelf, and you held the wreath, and so your face was inside the wreath, and I put your legs inside the Christmas stockings. And your brother was walking by, and he was hopping around and trying to figure out hot, cold, and where you were, and then you just moved your foot a little bit. Were you trying to kick him?
Huh? No, I just was trying, I was trying to touch his hair on the thing so he could look up and say, "Oh, that's not Rosie," because I wanted to just see his reaction, and then it almost fell the stocking and it moved too much, and then he got me.
On the night that, do you remember when Nani died?
I remember. I went to her funeral, and I remember how we got to see her, and we all made bracelets for her casket.
That's right. That night after the funeral, everybody was at our house. Do you remember?
No, but I remember when I used to eat oatmeal with her and her side and take care of her with you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, while we were there on the night after the night of her funeral, we were back at our house, and it was just something came over me, and I felt like my chest was hurting, like I thought that I was gonna die. It was really scary.
Actually, you thought
I
you were gonna
actually
die?
thought, well, I was scared. I didn't know what it was, and so we called 911, and the fire department came, and they put this test on my heart, and then so while I was there, people were getting a little bit frantic, and Christina lived there, and she was she's our cousin. She lived in the other part of our house, and she came over, and she was trying to make sure that I was okay, but Isabella was there, and I had a conversation with Isabella, and this was really scary for me.
Why?
Right, because I wasn't sure if I was going to live. So I said, Isabella, I love you, and I'm proud of you. That's what I told her. And I said, make sure.
You should have told her to read. You had like a notebook that you want us to read when you die.
Mm-hmm.
You should have told her where that was.
You know what? I didn't think of that at the time, but I did think about. I said, Isabella, I love you and I'm proud of you, and I want you to tell your brother and sisters that. And then I said, and make sure.
What happened with your heart, though?
So I'm going to tell you in a second. So what? Then I said that God loves you and He forgives you. I want you to remember that. And that's what I said to her, because it's really important that we know that. And so when the paramedics came and all that, they put my heart on a test, mm-hmm. and they said, hey, what happened? You know, what's going on? And my heart, everything was fine. And so they said, do you want to go to the hospital and get further tests? I said, no, everything is fine, you know, just stressful. It was a stressful time for me. So I sent them home, and I did not go to the hospital. I went to bed and I woke up fine, but it was a really scary time. But in that moment, I was so focused on, okay, I'm not gonna, like, it's as if I was on my deathbed, and I said, oh my goodness, what must I make sure my kids know? It's that I love them and I'm proud of them, and that God loves them and forgives them.
What was like the goal that you didn't want, like you wanted Isabella to achieve? What
was the goal? I want her to have a peaceful life. You know, like one where she wakes up and does the things that she wants to do that day, and takes care of the things that she needs to. Right? We're good with when we have responsibilities. It gives us something to do, make sure that we have some order. But as a dad, I would love my kids to have a peaceful life.
That's all my questions.
You have more questions than that. Just in one car ride, you've asked more questions than that.
Oh yeah, I've asked you more questions than that. But usually they're just questions like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food?
It's usually, can we go do this? Can we go do that?
Yeah, can we go to the park?
I get that one a lot.
Can we go to the pool?
That's another one.
And can we go to golf lessons today?
Yeah.
But it's only on Tuesdays.
I do have one more question. This is a toughie. What do you love about Genevieve?
Oh, Genevieve, my sister. I like that she bakes a lot, and I also like that she plays with us. She went in the pool, and then she went in the pool with me, and she didn't say, I don't want to get my hair wet, or like, I don't want to get my hair wet, I don't want to dive under, I don't want to go on the slide. She just went.
She just all in plays?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we moved to this new neighborhood,
oh yeah, I love it.
I do too. We made cookies,
and we gave them to all the neighbors.
We wrote little notes to them, and we went and delivered the cookies. And then you developed a special relationship with one of our neighbors. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so there's these old people on the street that are like 90, 80 something, and they're really old. They have a dog named Robbie, and they have no grandchildren or like sons or daughters. And they really wanted a daughter before, and then she said, I would love if you made cookies every week and like came. And then so I started doing that, and I got her this frame that like has a device in it that sends pictures to her when I'm on vacation. So I sent a picture of my dog when she was blow dried, that picture you sent to me. I sent her that on it. Yeah.
So that's beautiful, Rosie. One of the things, you came back one day and you told me that she's lived on the block for many, many years.
Yeah, like 39 years.
39 years, and you were the first
ever in the whole neighborhood to visit her.
39 years she's lived there, and nobody came to visit her.
Yeah,
and she has no children and no grandchildren.
Yeah.
You probably make her smile for the whole week.
Yeah.
You're doing something really special there.
And I like making her focaccia because she likes Italian food. She didn't know she liked Italian food.
Really?
Yeah.
I know she likes the focaccia.
Yeah, she loves it.
We sent it over. And so, for all the people out there, what is your favorite flavor or favorite topping on your focaccia?
Focaccia, by the way, is pizza that is mostly like bread in it.
Okay.
Okay, for the people who don't know. And I like cheese on it.
Mm.
Cheese, like pizza, just cheese and tomato.
Mhm.
But I also love the olive one, and I also like the pear one.
The pear one's really good. The fig and pear with the smoked mozzarella with it. But you a lot of times you say you want to make the
Just
one with
cheese.
cheese, right? With no
Yeah.
tomato. How come no tomato?
Because in the oven, when it goes in the oven, it like it's like cool. I like it how it like doesn't taste like cheese when it goes on it. It tastes like there was tomato on it. But because when I put tomato on it, it tastes like tomato, but it tastes too strong tomato, and it tastes like tomato just with the cheese on it for some reason.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you for visiting today.
You're welcome.
I love you.